Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is William Heinman, and this is Just Force 911, where we look at how our public officials do their job or they completely and totally screw it up. Hey, somebody made a comment the other day that I don't do any videos. Okay. My job is to look at videos and give you my commentary on the video at hand. Um, I look through probably close to 200 videos a week, and I choose the ones that I think are the best ones that I can give to you folks to share. And hopefully, you'll share them to others so people can see what's going on. It's just to get the word out, to spread it. If I get credit for it, fine. If I don't, that's fine too. I don't care. I'm trying to spread the message. So, to the young man or the gentleman that wrote your concern, thank you very much for it. Appreciate it. Have a nice day. You don't like the channel, go somewhere else. Simple. There's a lot of people who like my commentary. I do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, guys. You guys show me you like it by the comments, by the likes, by the thumbs up, thumbs down, and by the subscriptions. And I really appreciate that. I couldn't do this without you guys. Um, I don't understand the policing of America today. It's like if you have an IQ of 20, you can be a cop. You don't have to know anything. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be intelligent. You don't even have to put words together. You just have to be able to hold a gun and not shoot yourself and carry a badge. That's it. The thin blue line is going after anybody that doesn't ask questions, that is a drone, and that's why they are sovereign citizens, because they think they're above the law. Newsflash, dumbass. You are a public servant. Hear that again. Public servant. That means you serve the public. Now, I know you think you guys are all this hot shit and you can do whatever you want, because that's what all sovereign citizens think. And I get that, okay? With a low IQ and your moron behavior, it's fully understandable, and I get it, okay? You're a scumbag. It's that simple. Now, that's my opinion, okay? Now, the double talk you're going to hear from the officers that are talking to James Freeman, the sheriff made a comment that if you come back and video our public officials doing their job, I'm going to arrest you. And then when James corners him, his underlings come out and try to give you a whole bunch of cop-splaining, which is basically bullcrap that cops say to make themselves important. And they're not. They're public servants. Public servants. They serve the public. Get a grip, you dumb ass idiots. Most of you idiots couldn't find your ass with both hands if you were sitting on them. And that's sad. That really is sad that we have to take the lower cream, not even cream, the lower cesspool of the crop and make you guys our protectors. What were we thinking? Oh my God, this didn't have a, disaster written all over it. But the problem is that anybody that is smart or has a high IQ isn't going to fall for this crap. You against me against them, blah, 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 blah. We have the worst job in the world. It's so hard and so difficult and dangerous. Wow, you know what? OSHA doesn't agree with you. You're not even in the top 50. But you guys cry, oh, officer safety. No, it's officer cowardness is what it is. You little pussies can't handle your job. Then go turn your gun and your badge in and go somewhere else. You're a bunch of losers. Wow. Anyway, if you would, guys, if you like my banter, subscribe to the channel, if you would, please. I I can't thank you enough for those who did. Hit the bell icon so you know when I put out a new video. The thumbs up, thumbs down says how I do for you guys. The like and share helps my algorithms with YouTube. You know, the sucky part is when I started this channel, it was like 2 or 3 months ago, and I was doing 8 to 12 videos a day, and the search engine kicked in and just blew me like on a wave. It was incredible. And then I did not know, but I found out that you can't do copyrighted stuff, but the system doesn't really, well, it tells you, but it doesn't tell you. If you read the miles and miles and miles of bull, you'll see it. All right. Well, I didn't. And I got tabbed because one of the little YouTubers out there got his feet inserted. I used one of his videos. Grow up, bitch. You know, none of this stuff is Pulitzer winning material. Okay, it's just not. Unfortunately, it's a fact of life. We have scumbags who are in charge of enforcing the law. And then we have district attorneys who are scumbags that won't back up the public and prosecute these clowns when they break the law because they're all sovereign citizens. The public officials think that they're sovereign citizens and can do whatever they want. And the politicians too. And unfortunately, we have made it that way. So we have nobody to blame but ourselves. But we can change it, and let's hopefully we can. This video comes from James Freeman. Tell him I sent you. Go over and check him out. He has a lot of great videos. James has been at this for a very long time. He's from New Mexico. He has children, a wife, and a business. And he does this the same as I do on the side. And he is, in my opinion, is one of the most awesome auditors out there. There's a lot of auditors out there. I'm not picking anybody that's saying you're not good. There's Direct D. There's there's Lackluster. There's On Your Oath. There's John Bryant, civil rights attorney. James Madison audits. The young man up in New England. I can't think. AAF, I think it is, or AFAF. Anyway, he does a great job. There's a young man in New England that just goes out and does videos, and the cops can show up and go, "You can't video." Well, go fly a kite. You got the young man in San Francisco who came up with Buckle and Bounce. Bay Area Transparency. You have San Joaquin Audits. You have, all kinds of guys out there that do a wonderful, wonderful job. And I thank you to the bottom of my heart that you guys do that. I can't. I would be in jail immediately because I don't deal with horse crap. And that's all these scumbags puke is horse crap. Blah, 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 blah. And you're a bunch of losers. Anyway, let's get on with the video. You'll see what I'm talking about. James goes in and corners the sheriff, and his little underlings come out and start cop-splaining. And, cop-splaining is just bull, is all it is. It's so they can feel better that, well, if this, and well, if that, and if you do this, and if you do that, nobody did it. Well, you might. Well, I might get hit by a meteor too, you moron, but I wouldn't count on it. Idiots. Plain, flat, simple, moronic idiots. Scumbags. Thin blue line. Wow. Oh, and I haven't talked about the Thin Blue Line Union lately with their blue shield. What a joke. Because their job is so difficult and so dangerous. Not according to OSHA. Here we go, guys.
Out here in Mora County.
Sorry.
Picking up some records. If you didn't see the video of my last visit to Mora County, it's in the description and the pinned comment below, as well as the top right corner of your screen right now. Watching that one first will give you a lot more context to this one. In the last video, I served a lawsuit on the county for failing to fill open records requests, and then was told by the county manager that I'm not allowed to record county employees without their permission. In this video, we're back picking up the records that we had to sue the county.
Okay, I making a mistake. It's not the sheriff, it's the county manager. Sorry, my mistake. I'm fixing it now. It's the city manager that James talked to. And then the cops come out and try to cop-splain.
For which, by the way, the records were incomplete, as well as trying to find the county manager to clarify just exactly what he's going to do if we don't stop recording county employees. Hey, man.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
Doing good, thanks. You have a good Thanksgiving?
Yes.
All right.
Did you?
I did.
Good, good.
Yeah, traveled out of state. I wanted to ask you about some of the stuff that you told me the last time I was here about recording employees.
Right.
You said it's not allowed without their permission, is that right?
What I told you was you didn't have unfettered access just to starting to videotape employees. If they felt that they were uncomfortable with your videotaping, and it's basically, you know, common respect.
Wrong, bozo. You have the right to video any public official in the line of their job. It's the law, clown.
If someone asks you, please stop recording. But I'm sure you would extend the same respect to someone.
Woo, 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 woo. Warning police, feeling police, feeling police. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Someone else, right?
I mean, it depends on the situation, really.
Okay. I think we're in somewhat of a pickle, sir, because what you told me last time you were here was that you have filed a lawsuit on the county.
I was serving it.
Yeah, that you served the lawsuit.
Yeah.
I looked at your IPRA. We're doing everything we to comply with the IPRA, which you've requested.
Awesome.
We're compiling all the information.
Cool.
So, what other questions might you have?
Well, for you specifically, that's what I was wondering about was
Okay.
when you said that, you know, if an employee says that they don't want to be recorded, that we need to stop recording them. Is that right?
Right.
Okay.
You have an interpretation of the law, and we don't have the law in front of us.
Yeah.
I know that you're represented, so we also are represented.
Well, I'm not represented. I was simply serving the lawsuit. I'm not the person named on the lawsuit. That would be Mr. Yeah, I just was serving it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not represented.
I'm not. You know, I'm hoping we're not looking.
That's
for
separate.
in
No,
any way,
no,
shape, or form
no. I was
because,
wanting to
you know,
clarify.
okay. What information was it that you were needing now?
So what do we do then if an employee asks us to stop recording? What should we do at that point?
I think common respect would say you would be respectful of their request.
Okay. And what if we weren't?
If you're not, you do have the opportunity to come into it's a public building, okay? It's a public building. If there's a request, you know that the process is in April. What would be your reasonings for wanting to report one of the county employees? Because I've gone to the Association of Counties Attorneys and got clarification, and I don't feel that I'm giving you any type of bad information.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool.
I mean, I represent the county as a county manager. I'm more than willing to answer your questions or
Yeah, that's why I was
videotape
looking
me
for.
all you want, you know?
That's why I was looking for clarification from you, because you had said that we
Right.
can't do it if we're told not to.
Right.
So I wanted to clarify what's the next step. You know, if we were to.
Is Emmer here? Yeah. Emmer? From a law enforcement side, if they're requested not to.
Now, let's come over here so we don't block the doorways and stuff.
No, you don't. We'll meet where.
I apologize. I haven't had a chance to meet you. I'm Sheriff Amrit Padia.
I'm James. I go by Grande though.
Grande?
Yeah.
Grande?
Friends call me Grande.
Grande, ma'am? I'm sorry.
She's mute.
Oh,
She's
you're
just a
mute?
camera
I
person.
apologize.
No problem.
How's it going, sir?
Good. How are you?
Sergeant Vargas.
Grande.
Nice to
Well,
meet you.
James Grande. Either one.
James
I
Grundy.
go either one. Yeah.
So I apologize. How may I be of some assistance to you guys?
Oh, I think he was looking for your
Well,
assistance. I was
as I spoke to you last time that our guest came in, there was a request from our county employees that they not be recorded. You know, it wasn't, it's a request. I spoke with the county attorney, I spoke with the Association of Counties, and the dialogue they gave me is somebody doesn't have unfettered access to just come in and videotape our personnel. If it's an IPRA that they request, then they can fill out their IPRA, we could give them their information. But from the law enforcement side, we spoke about that also.
Yeah, that is, we did have that conversation about being recorded, right? So you're pretty familiar with the laws and the way the regulations, the way everything works. So it's a twofold situation. It's a double-edged sword, right?
You got body cams on?
I'm sorry?
Our body cams on?
Yeah, our
Okay,
body cams are always on. So
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry, man.
problem.
Go ahead.
Now with the new statute and regulations that came
Yeah.
in, anytime that we're dealing with any in the public, we always have to be recording, right? So
I apologize. I know.
no apologies, my brother. It's all good. So again, you have every right to record as well, right? So we have every right to record. I understand that some of the employees here at the county don't like to be recorded. But again, right, if he's not doing anything wrong and he's actually being requesting for, go ahead. I apologize. So again, if you're just coming and doing your due diligence and handling business the way you're supposed to, he's told you're good to go, bro.
Right.
So, and I understand a lot of people don't like to be recorded and a lot of people don't like to be on camera. But as long as you're conducting the business the way you're supposed to, and he's not.
No, he came in and he dealt with Elena. He asked for the information. In your YouTube video, you were very complimentary of her and how. But again, we don't want tense situations to arise. So we want to do everything civilly and conduct ourselves and just request the same from you, a respectful mentality towards the county employees.
Sure. Yeah, and I mean, the only person who got upset that was why I was a little surprised. I'll tell you, I mean, between you and me too, there were some issues that I was trying to draw attention to,
Right.
and that was when they got upset with me. Putting a sign on the window that says we can't take photographs of public records when I'm here in the first place to serve a lawsuit for failure to fill public records.
But I think they. That didn't get much. I think that you made your IPRA request, we fulfilled. You served us with the lawsuit. We've been served. What else can I help you with today?
Well, like I said, for you specifically, I was wanting you to clarify because you had told me if employees don't want to be recorded, that we have to stop. And so I wanted to clarify what's going to happen when we don't stop, because I can
And Sheriff, one of my concerns.
because I can
Not to
well,
interrupt you.
I just want to tell you that
Let me tell the sheriff one of my concerns.
I can
Right now that
absolutely.
he walked out, he said, I want a picture, and you'll be prosecuted to the high extent of the law. Then you went further and you said you'll be prostituted. So when you start telling my employees that they'll be prostituted, as you may see it as a joke, she takes it into offense. Then it becomes a different situation.
So then that's when it becomes you jump into public nuisance, right there. And it
Oh.
becomes something a little bit more. That's when the criminal aspect of things start getting out, right?
Yeah.
So, and again, it's all about the delivery of it, the verbiage that is utilized during the time of the delivery, right? So again, the whole time that he was conducting business, recording and whatever,
Yeah.
but at that point when he starts making those type of remarks and those type
Right.
of statements, then that's when it changes the whole the dynamics of everything.
So I can't say prostitute or prostituted.
Well,
Is that right?
Well, was that
And it's-
you would prostitute her was the word you used?
and let me clarify that for you. It's your First Amendment.
Well,
right.
so
you could utilize any type of, your freedom of speech.
Yeah,
But as
yeah.
long as you're not, once you start directing it to somebody specifically,
Mm-hmm.
and you start, again, changing the whole dynamic of it all, then it turns into something different.
Yeah.
But again, you got your First Amendment right.
Right.
Freedom of
So I
speech.
suppose, we could do what you want and just, do you need ID so you can get me a citation or arrest me for it? Because, you've already got,
you came here to have a conversation.
you've already got one lawsuit this week. I'd be happy to start stacking them.
Okay. And again, sir, that would be your option.
Yeah, because the problem is that you guys at this county have been doing things to bully the residents for a really long time.
And see, that's what we
And
don't want.
I'm not one of those people who's going to be bullied and just lay down. I'm going to fight back,
No,
right?
and you know-
And I think that you realized that from the moment I came in, which is why you didn't like me and you kind of shut up and walked away, right?
And you know, I respect that of you. You know, me as the sheriff of Mora County, I was elected by the people.
Oh, you're the elected sheriff.
That is
Okay,
correct.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So I'm here for, you know, the people, right?
Yeah.
And I understand your frustration when you're requesting a certain document and you're not getting it in a timely fashion or the way it's supposed to be delivered. I understand your frustration. I would be frustrated as well, right? And again, I pride myself here in Mora County and the residents here and everybody, you know, if you need something, you should get it in a timely manner.
I'm going to break in here for a second. I am actually rather surprised about the sheriff. He was elected. He seems to be very articulate. He has his hand in his pockets, which, oh my God, you know, you got your hand in your pocket. We don't know what you have there. It could be a gun. It could be a knife. It could be a bazooka. Maybe a tank. I don't know. But, he, you know, get a grip. What I'm getting at, guys, is you have a young man who is very articulate, who was elected to be sheriff, and he seems to be a good one. Now, I don't know. I'm just going by what I'm seeing. But he seems to want to get to the bottom of a situation, deal with it, and move on. Could be wrong, but that's what it seems like to me.
If you're requesting something that is pertaining to whatever we're talking about or whatever you're asking for, it should come to you, right? That's what a public entity and a public people that work in a public building are.
You're fine. You're fine, man. Yeah.
So again, I understand your frustration.
Well, I mean, honestly, I wasn't even frustrated. It's just, you know, I heard, you know, it just story after story, and then I come in and was as nice as could possibly be. And you didn't see that part because we didn't go live until after we had dealt with. But
honestly, the only interaction you had were you and I, and you were abusive in your language towards me, but that's okay. You know, I'm the county manager. You're not the first, and you probably won't be the last.
Abusive language?
To
oh, geez, you haven't seen me get abusive with language yet.
Well, in the language you directed towards me was not in a pleasant way or pleasant terms.
Did I call you what did I say? Like, did I call you a fucking coward? Or?
You know what you said.
I really don't
You
recall.
it, and it was in YouTube.
I'll go back
I'm
and
not gonna
watch it.
discuss that
Yeah, no, I'll go back and watch
on
it.
that. But I treated you with respect, sir. I never disrespected you in any way.
So as of right now, you know, there's no criminal activity or anything being brought forward, and you guys have not done anything in a criminal aspect. So, you know, you're conducting business in a public building. You continue doing what you're going to be doing, okay? And hopefully the county manager and every employee in this building is going to be able to assist you in a timely fashion and do what they got to do. If there's anything you need from me, county manager, we'll be more than glad to do a civil standby and stand around. But right now, you know, Mr. Grande here is not doing anything wrong.
Okay. How could I assist you, sir?
Like I said, I was just trying to get clarifications for you, because actually you interrupt me before I finished.
Okay.
When I said I fully intend to continue recording employees when they tell me not to. So I was wondering what's going to happen after that, because I'm definitely going to.
Again, we're gonna. What information you request, we'll provide it to you through IPRA. They did tell you for the maps what the cost for the maps are, which was $10. Am I correct, County Assessor?
Yes,
The maps are $10.
The large maps are $10 and the small maps are $5.
Cool, but we can just photograph them for free, right? What's that?
I'm not making any comments.
Okay, well, I mean, like I said, we can keep stacking lawsuits, or we can just do what we're supposed to do. So,
Okay. It's an inspection of a public record, sir.
Right, and that's what taking photographs would be an inspection.
Okay.
And I
But there's a
understand.
process.
Right, I understand that, and
Okay.
I'm not the one who has a problem with the process.
You have filled out the IPRA request.
Clearly, I'm not the one who has a problem with the process.
Right.
You guys do.
Right.
And so, I mean, for you to stand here and try and tell me, you know, there's a process, you got to go by the process, when your county is failing to follow the process is kind of ludicrous, don't you think?
Sir, what has been brought to my attention, we're complying and we're going to fill your request.
Okay, what about everybody else? Everybody else's request that you're behind on?
As you, in your last request, you asked that we give you every request that hasn't been fulfilled, and we'll do that.
Okay, and you're also going to start filling those requests
Yeah, absolutely. It's in
as per state
I'll tell
statute.
you, per state statute, yes, sir. And we have been filling them out. We have caught up a tremendous amount of them.
Okay. So we picked up the records at the county clerk's office. When we got back and were able to view what was on the flash drive, we found that the records were incomplete. The records that were originally requested by the client that I was serving the lawsuit for were for property lines, public easements, and public roads, as well as videos of county employees cutting locks off of what he alleges was his private property. The county provided him with the video of them destroying his property, but still haven't provided him with the maps, proving whether the road in question is public or private. A few days later, the county filled my records request asking for all of the records that the county has failed to fill as per their legal obligation. They only provided me with 4 records requests that they allege were not filled on time. But that does not match up with all the emails I've received from people showing me records requests that Mora County has not filled for them. All of these individuals are being referred to Zach Cook, Blair Dunn, and Jared Vanderdusen to file lawsuits against the county to compel them to fill their records requests. If you have records requests with Mora County, New Mexico that have not been filled or weren't filled on time, you can email me at realjamesfreeman@gmail.com. The link is in the description below. Keep an eye out for the next video in this series where I serve more lawsuits on Mora County for failing to fill your records requests. 2025 is going to be a good year for Mora County residents, but a bad one for Mora County employees and elected officials. And we're going to document the whole thing and publish it for your entertainment. Previously in Mora County, demanding that your public officials do their job was called harassment and would result in you being bullied by law enforcement. In 2025, we're calling it the new normal.
Okay, guys. So, anyway, I think we found a decent sheriff. Don't know yet. We're still, looking at it. James, thank you for what you do, buddy. Great job. Again, if you're a auditor or just a public or just a private citizen, and you've put record requests in with Moore County, and it has not been fulfilled, get hold of James at realjamesfreeman.com. Let him know and give him your information so he can contact you so that we can get lawsuits filed and get our public information that we're allowed to have by law because it's part of the Constitution of the United States, and we are the United States of America. Anyway, guys, have a good day. Remember, cops are not your friends. They are there to lock you up, chain you up, put you in a cage. Sorry to say it, but that's the way it is. Guys, have a great and wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Ciao.